Star Wars fans being divided isn't always a bad thing. Ever since I was a kid, there was always a divide between prequel fans and original trilogy fans. But on top of that, there has always been not just different movies that were favorited by Star Wars fans, but different parts of the universe. For some, the bounty hunters like Boba Fett, Mandalorian, or maybe Cad Bane. For others, maybe it's one of the dark side users like Count Dooku, Darth Vader, or Darth Maul. It's not about agreeing on what's best, it's just relishing in the fact that there's something for everyone. But lately over the years, it seems like there's been a lack of hope in the Star Wars fandom overall. Whether it's projects disappointing us, or projects losing directors, or projects just constantly getting delayed, there has been, however, a few things that have been done right. One of those things was getting Dave Filoni and Hayden Christensen back for this show. When we saw Luke in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, it was amazing. I felt like I was seeing Return of the Jedi Luke for the first time, and I felt like I was a kid again. But this episode, man, not only was the CGI some of the best damn de-aging I've seen, especially on TV, but this thrust me right back to seeing Revenge of the Sith for the first time. And then the Clone Wars, and even the Siege of Mandalore. I mean, come on, as a massive Maul fan, that was really cool. This is the level of scope and budget that Kenobi should have had. I don't know how many times me and my friends over the years debated what-if theories on what if Anakin defeated Obi-Wan in Episode 3? What if he never burned? What would he look like with a red lightsaber? How would he fight? What would he sound like? I am so glad I got the best fan servicey way to see it in my life. Thank you, Dave. And I don't mean fan servicey in a bad way either, because from a plot standpoint, it makes perfect sense. He is the chosen one. And if this is Anakin, as some sort of Force ghost who can manifest himself at any point in his life, then it would be in a place outside of time and space like the world between worlds. After all, when we saw him as a Force ghost, he definitely didn't have a robot hand. Not only was this a great way to see the best of many versions of Anakin and Ahsoka, but it also taught Ahsoka the most valuable lesson she needed to learn for a long time now. She needs to truly choose to live on and forgive herself. I love that we really don't even know for sure if this was Anakin or not, and that once again in Star Wars, there is the unknown. The universe feels expansive. There's a little bit of mystery and weirdness, but it's emotional and epic and has some of the all-time best Star Wars visualizations and moments. This showed us not only another side to the world between worlds, but also to Anakin. And yes, I do believe it was Anakin at an all-time level of mastery of the Force and both sides of it clearly. I like how if someone who doesn't like the prequels, like my dad for instance, but liked the original trilogy and Rebels and can watch this show and experience an entire new side to Anakin and the Clone Wars, and it might make him and people, fans like him, think twice about Hayden Christensen and the prequel trilogy. Subjectivity is good and all, but Hayden kicks ass, like physically too. You can tell he's still got it. From all his years of training, Star Wars needs more Hayden Christensen, honestly. Him and Sam Witwer. I know Sam has had like 5 or 6 major roles, but I will not be satisfied until he returns as Star Killer, damn it. I just hope at some point we do get to actually see Anakin as a proper Force ghost talking to Ahsoka or Luke on a planet somewhere. I wonder if the world between worlds, since it hasn't been totally explored yet, if you're consciously reliving memories, or if you are jumping through time and reliving it. Does that mean you could in fact rewrite the sequel trilogy? Not that it would happen, but they could always do an animated what if. But it seems like not all, but at least a good majority of Star Wars fans are united on the fact that this was pretty special. But anyways, this show hasn't been totally perfect, but this was a damn treat for fans of both the prequels, the Clone Wars, and the original trilogy. But I can't speak for every Star Wars fan. Like I said in the beginning, maybe you hated the episode. I'd love to hear your favorite things about it and all your thoughts in the comments below.